What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and you know I touched on this just a little bit in one of my prior videos, but I think this is kind of a big deal, and in a situation like the one we're dealing with out in East Palestine, you hear chunks of information or you hear pieces of information, and you honestly don't even get enough time to dwell on that information, to process that information, and to relay that information to other people. You don't get enough time to even do that, because by the time you're in the process of doing that, you're smacked across the face with a new piece of information. And the situation out there is not getting any better. Despite what they may be telling you, it's not getting any better. And you know it's not getting any better when the local fire department and the local police departments and the local departments in this area are being kept in the dark about what is going on. Now, the other day I revealed to you that this makeshift dam that they created to hold back toxic waste and toxic water from getting into the streams and waterways, that dam was breached. That dam broke due to some rain. Now, if you see this dam, you will probably laugh. It's a bunch of little rocks piled up on each other with a tarp and a few sticks. It looks like something you would literally make as a child while playing in the creek. I kid you not. Well, when this dam broke and all of these toxic chemicals once again went right back into the waterway, once again they soaked into the soil, once again they got stirred up in the air. When this happened, local people in the area noticed it happened, but they were told to get away from the area and not to take pictures. Then they contacted local media outlets. Those local media outlets contacted local agencies like the local fire department and what have you. And the local fire department told them straight up they had no idea that any of this was going on. They didn't know about the dam. They didn't know about the dam breach. They didn't know about the chemicals the dam was holding back. They knew nothing. And what does that tell you? That tells you that they are being kept in the dark. And that really concerns me, because why would they keep these people in the dark? You would think that with this situation going on, that local law enforcement agencies and local fire departments would be on scene 24/7. Yet that is not the case when it comes to East Palestine. In fact, these agencies, these departments aren't even being kept up to date with the information that's going on. It is so bad, people, and I'm sorry if I get a little passionate here. It is so bad that I am all the way across the country down south. I knew about this dam breaking before the fire department in East Palestine. I kid you not. Within moments of this dam breaking and breaching and flooding, I knew about it. I had pictures sent to me, and I was already getting ready to record a video to let you all know about it. And guess what? At that time, the fire department still did not know about the situation. The fire department found out hours later. That's how in the dark these people are being kept. Why is that? You would think these people need all the help they can get. Why is that? I believe it's because they don't want these local firefighters and local departments knowing how bad it is out there. They don't want them involved in this situation at all, because they want to be in full control of everything that is going on. They want to be in full control of the cleanup process. They want to be in full control of the testing process, all because they want to be in full control of the narrative. Make no mistake about it. I don't care what reports you see coming out of East Palestine. I would not trust them at all, because they are in control. And I've noticed that some of these other little agencies that are coming to the area to do independent testing, some of them are also bought and paid for. Don't get me wrong. There are some trustworthy sources that have gone to the area. All their tests show that it is extremely dangerous. But now, once news spread about these independent researchers coming out there, I'm seeing other agencies come out there, and they're basically parroting and repeating the mainstream talking points from Norfolk Southern and these other agencies who are cleaning this mess up. So in reality, they're being hired, they're being bought and paid for. Anyone, and I mean anyone, that goes out there and tells you it's safe, you can automatically assume that they are bought and paid for, because it's not safe. And the way these chemicals work and the way this situation works, it's a weird situation. Usually in situations, things get better over time, right? In this situation, things are going to get worse over time, because the more and more these chemicals seep deeper and deeper into the soil, the more of a problem you're going to have in the future. So when it comes to these chemicals, it's like it becomes more dangerous the longer it stretches out. So it's one of those weird times or weird occurrences in life where things get dramatically worse instead of dramatically better. Even when you're trying to make them better, they're still naturally getting worse, because naturally these liquids are seeping deeper into the soil and they're spreading throughout the waterways. So it's only going to get worse over time. Honestly, I don't think that some areas in this town will ever be the same. I mean, sure, you could live there and do what you want, but you're going to have health issues. I wouldn't suggest making any sandcastles or digging for worms out there. You know what I mean? It's a really messed up situation. But I think it should scare everyone. And I'm not here to scare people, but it's scary when you think about it. That local fire department right down the street is being totally kept in the dark about what's happening in their own town. The town that they basically have been sworn to protect. And knowing that they're keeping these people in the dark, it just shows me, it confirms to me that there's a lot of shady stuff going on. Period. It shows to me how desperate they are to remain in control of the narrative. So desperate that you're not even getting help from local agencies that should be out there helping you. And you know, I can guarantee you all that a lot of the people they have coming out here to clean this stuff, they aren't these fully qualified scientists, experts on chemicals. A lot of these people have no clue why they're out there. You know what I mean? They throw these people out there. They're clueless to how dangerous this stuff is, and they are getting sick. These workers out there cleaning up this area, they are all getting sick now because they have not been given the proper safety equipment. So we got these workers out here getting sick. We got the fire department being kept in the dark about what's going on, which, like I said, I find that very concerning, because in my opinion, it's not like, oh, the fire department just doesn't know what's going on. That's bad enough. But in my opinion, it's like, the way I think, it's like, why don't they know? Why aren't they being told? Why am I, a freaking YouTuber all the way across the country, why am I getting information about this situation before the local fire department? That should show you that this isn't, I don't know, I'm struggling for the words here, but that should show you that there is a blatant and obvious effort to keep these people in this town, even the fire department, to keep these people in the dark about what is happening in East Palestine. It's one thing that they try, if they try to keep the information from the general public, which is bad enough. But the fact that they're blocking the firefighters from even knowing that dams are breaking and things like that, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And speaking of the regular people, they're still stuck in limbo. They're still stuck in limbo. They don't know what to do. And the longer this stretches out before answers are given, the longer they're staying in this area and the sicker they're going to become. This isn't one of those situations where, all right, we'll wait 6 months and then maybe finally we'll come to some type of, deal. You know what I mean? Like, within those 6 months, these people are going to develop cancer. These people's lungs are going to be falling out. They're going to be covered in rashes and barely breathing. We don't have time for this nonsense. But I want you all to hear a little bit from the people of East Palestine. Let's watch this clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
I can't honestly answer that for the good. It's just everything's in limbo still. We are living in fear. We don't know about this testing that they're doing, the dam broke the other night in the stream, and the water that they were aerating to get the chemicals out was all part of that. And we are being told nothing to worry about. It's not a big deal, just business as usual. So I would say we are just in limbo at this point and living in fear.
Tammy, you mentioned that stream. How far is that from your house?
Leslie Run, because
it's less than a half a mile.
Yeah, less than a half a mile.
Half a mile.
Okay.
Mile.
At the point where the...
So yeah, for the people of this town, it's this overwhelming sense of uncertainty. And you know, you're out there, you can smell these chemicals, you're breathing them in, and that already is bad enough. But then to add insult to injury, to make it even more demoralizing, these people know that they're blatantly being lied to. Everyone who looks into this situation with a lick of common sense knows that they are lying directly to these people's faces. And everyone in that town knows that. And that must be horrible. To not only be affected by this devastating situation, you know, and these people, some of them, they're still trying, however they can, they're trying to live their normal lives. One thing you'll find about humans is humans are resilient, and humans, you fall into a pattern. And oftentimes traumatic, crazy situations happen, but as humans, you still try to go about your day-to-day lives. Some of these people are trying to go about their day-to-day lives while smelling these chemicals, while breathing these toxins in. And they have to do that all while knowing not that, oh, there are people here trying to make the situation better. No, they have to operate and live this way while knowing there are powers out there and forces out there in this area that are not only lying directly to their faces, but they are doing anything to stop the truth from coming out. And trains are still passing through this area, which must be another traumatic situation. If you dealt with something like this, the last thing you want to hear is another train passing by your area. I'm sure that's kind of triggering for some of these people, thinking, hey, when's the next train going to blow up and ruin my town? You know what I mean? So all around devastating situation. As you can see, though, the people are still just stuck there, not knowing what's going on. Everyone's in the dark about what's happening, even the local fire departments and police departments. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.